Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video comes from a female by the name of I'm She 81, and she's about to tell us a story about karma. Let's get into it.
Did you hear about the husband who's currently ignoring his wife because she threw away videotapes of his late wife who passed away? So this man had a daughter with his late wife whose name was Eleanor. His daughter's 18th birthday is coming up in 2 weeks' time. Now, him and his late wife, let's call her Chloe, had been dating since they were in high school. Once they got older, they got married, and then she told him that she was pregnant with their first child. He was excited that they were expecting their first child. Since it was their first child, they agreed to buy a video camera and record little snippets here and there of her pregnancy. You know, clips of her joking around, just being excited to be a mom, talking to her unborn child, all of that stuff. He and Chloe made an agreement to only show these tapes to their daughter Eleanor on her 18th birthday.
A lot of people do that, by the way. You know, I've done that. Well, me and my wife done that. You know, for our firstborn. You know, cut pieces of hair. You know, like little things. You keepsakes. I like a little keepsake book that you have. You know, for your children, from ages birth to like 5. And then show them to them later on in life. You know, a lot of people do that. And I have videotapes back on VHS, by the way, the old school stuff. That you know, videos back then, just for memories. For when they get older, become an adult, you can show it to them to embarrass them, or you know, look what we did, look what was going on back in the day.
Fast forward 2 years later, after the birth, Chloe unfortunately passed away due to a
Oh, that
drunk
sucks.
driver hitting her when she was driving home after visiting her mother. Now, he was devastated at the time, understandably, and he went into a very deep depression, all whilst having to raise their 2-year-old daughter at the time. Friends tried to get him out there to start dating again, but he just wasn't ready.
Dude was
Every time he
depressed.
tried, he felt like he was betraying Chloe.
He was
Fast
mourning.
forward years later, when Eleanor was now 13, he met a woman called Wendy. They met at a gathering for his sister's birthday and they immediately hit it off. Now, Wendy didn't mind that he had a daughter already because she had 2 kids herself and she had just gone through a divorce. Now, 2 years after him and Wendy got married, Eleanor's 18th birthday was soon approaching, and he had kept all the tapes that he and his late wife had recorded for Eleanor. Remember that his late wife passed when Eleanor was 2 years old, so she doesn't have much to remember her mum by. Now, he was excited to show Eleanor these tapes, and he also spoke about it with Wendy, his wife. However, he noticed whenever he would speak about his late wife, Chloe, Wendy would start looking a little bit uncomfortable, and her whole facial expression would change. Now,
I mean, this chick was jealous of somebody who wasn't even there. She's jealous of a ghost. You know, dude would bring her name up. He mentioned his ex for the sake of his daughter. You know, your mom used to do this. You know, 'cause like when kids grow up and they want to know, you know, especially if they're, you know, there's a divorce in the family, you know, who do you get certain mannerisms from? You know, why you do this? Why you do that? You know, if the parent isn't there, if they died, like, you know, a lot of times you see in the military, you know, the parent, mom or dad gets, you know, deleted in the military. That person, the child wants to know about their parent and may see pictures about them. You know, people may mention them, you know, from his grandmother, you know, if they had uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, stuff like that, that knew their child's father or mother, depending on whichever one got deleted, you know, they're going to want to know about him because, you know, people may mention or they see pictures of him with other people. Of course you want to know stuff like that.
He made it clear that he only speaks about his late wife in a way to give his daughter a mental picture of what she was like. However, Wendy would express how she was feeling, that it made her upset when he would talk about his ex-wife,
Jealousy
Chloe. She
of
felt
nobody.
like she was always comparing herself to Chloe, saying that she could never be like her. Chloe was a model working on her fashion career, while Wendy had 2 kids in college and wasn't in the best shape. Her words used. He reminded Wendy that he does love her just the way that she is and she doesn't need to compare herself to Chloe. Anyway, the next day they made up after having this conversation. Wendy followed up by asking where he kept the tapes. He showed Wendy where these tapes were in his closet. Things were all going fine until yesterday. He was looking for these tapes. He wanted to put them in a prettier box before he gave them to his daughter. However, when he was looking for it, he couldn't find it. So he went downstairs and asked Wendy if she knew where the box was. Wendy replied and said, "Oh, I threw it away with a
divorce. Nope. You can throw some property where it don't even belong to you. It was for my daughter or my kid, whatever the case. No, you're jealous of a ghost. You're jealous of someone else's significant other. That's pretty fucked up. You can just throw the shit away just because you feel a type of way about it. That's a divorce. No, because you got people who do shit like that with, you know, parents or family members that have like urns of their remains. You hear, you know, reports of people taking the remains of someone else's parent, flush them down the toilet, throwing them over the bridge, just, you know, throwing them in the trash. You know, people do evil, fucked up shit. That's bullshit. He should divorce her ass immediately.
Very neutral expression. His heart dropped. He said, "What do you mean you've thrown it away?" Wendy replied and said that he
Hell
speaks
no.
about Chloe too much and it's time for him to move
So
on. So she took it upon herself to throw it away as a head start for him. He was fuming because not only had she thrown away the only memories that he had of Chloe, she threw away his daughter's big surprise. They quickly got into an argument, but as soon as Wendy realized how angry he was, she kept apologizing. He got so upset and filled with emotions that he eventually started crying, and he went up to his bedroom and locked himself in there. Now, the following morning, he logs into his computer to see if he can find any old files or videotapes of his late wife that he can share with his daughter. He's been ignoring his wife non-stop, but she's been texting him non-stop trying to apologize and saying how sorry she is. It's now getting to the point where their mutual friends are texting him to accept her apology and to get over it because his late wife died over 10 years.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's for the daughter. It ain't nothing to do with you. You know, he married you, but if his wife never would have, got killed by the drunk driver, he definitely would still be with her, and they would still have a family, and she wouldn't have been in the picture. But because of, unforeseen circumstances that are pretty messed up, he got remarried again later on in life after his daughter turned 13. But still, the daughter wants to know about the mom. That's an obvious thing. That's something that should happen because, you grow up, even at the age of 2, you may have some type of resemblance or memories of, the mom that may not be as vivid as you may think. But that's what the other parent comes in. He, fills in the information, lets you know, and then Wendy, denied the daughter of that.
Ago. He says he's ignoring them all because they've never had someone so close to them die unexpectedly. He's still working on finding some extra files that he might have, but he's starting to wonder if he's overreacting. He doesn't know what to do. What do you guys think? Did you hear about the way
divorce her, divorce her.
Do you hear about the
divorce? Ain't no ifs, ands, buts. I'm pushing buttons because I was like, that made me mad. My fingers up are just like, no. How would y'all think about that? What would y'all do in that situation? Have stuff about a family member, or ex-wife, ex-husband, your kids growing up, he wants to have this stuff, and especially like the military side of the house, there's a lot of stuff that we do, a lot of memorabilia that we have, from all the countries we go to. You want to pass it down to your son when they come of age, present a nice little box, and you have a significant other decides to throw it away because that person's jealous of a ghost. That person never cheated on you, never done anything behind your back. You're just upset and jealous of this person's keeping the memories alive for the sake of their daughter or their kid. And you're jealous of that. Divorce. Like, real quick. Let's see what these comments say. He's not doing enough. Bring her to the market. Will Stoner. Damn, going like medieval on the ass. Honestly, that's a divorceable offense. Yeah, facts. Can't lie. I'm on the man's side. It's got to be a woman then, because women always side with the sisterhood. She feels threatened by a woman who isn't alive. Exactly. If I met a man whose wife had died, I would be encouraging talking about her and keeping the videos. That daughter has been denied memories. Wendy is jealous and insecure. In fact, insecure of nobody that's there. Pictures. I'm sure a lot of you guys, have like pictures of, you took in with exes, certain things like that, especially with marriages. You may all three be in a picture, or how many kids you have with that person. You keep those pictures, although you're not with that person. When you remarry, this new person is going to be, looking your picture book or whatever. Those who keep photo albums, you look through like, who the fuck's that? That's my ex-husband. Get rid of it. Why? It's my son, my daughter, me, and whomever, your husband or wife. You can't make them get rid of that. That's for the sake of the children. You get jealous of a picture that can't respond. No. He's not overreacting. He is so valid for that because she took away from his daughter now. Exactly. Why is this new wife competing with a ghost? This kind of disrespect can't be forgiven. That's what I'm saying. I'd be falling for the divorce so fast if I was him. It's bad when I'm taking a man's side. Yep, another woman. Because, going against the sister code. Not only do I think he should divorce, he should also cut ties with the people that are saying he should forgive her. Yep, exactly. Divorce, block the woman, block those friends, move with your daughter. Yep, that's all you need. You have a daughter and mother, in your family members. You can push all her and all her friends to the side. Winnie is insecure and needs to work on herself. Her husband is not overreacting. If it was a daughter, this would destroy the relationship I have with Winnie. Yeah, exactly. That's one thing right there. Because the daughter, if a daughter finds out that her stepmother threw away the memories, everything that, that the mother had, and the father had for the daughter, she threw it away, it's going to be nothing but animosity from that point on. This is wild. Poor daughter. Now she has nothing. Yep. Anyway, I'm just a couple more comments. He's not overreacting. It was not her call to make. She was wrong. I'm on his side. How are you threatened by a dead person? This woman is insecure. Exactly. But that's my thoughts on it. I'll divorce real quick in a hurry. Done. I don't care if we got 5, 6 years, 10 years down the road. You do anything that jeopardizes the memory and the safety and the sake for my daughter or child, whatever for that matter, you're done. I can live on. I can find another chick. No big deal about that. But that's pretty fucked up. But that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and the thumbs up. And I'll catch you next video. Peace.